Hi everyone, welcome back to English class. So in the previous class, we were discussing about the lesson of the desert. So who is considered as the sheep of desert? Which animal? Yes, it's camel, right? And in the last class, we also discussed that the desert is not only a wasteland, it is a beautiful place. Okay, I hope all of you remember that. So shall we continue? Well, all of you take page number 17, next part. Okay. All living things need water in order to survive. The few plants and animals that live in deserts have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. The camel, popularly known as the sheep of the desert, can drink a lot of water at one time. So, the animals or plants who are living in desert has the ability or capacity to survive with lesser water. And who is considered as the sheep of desert? Yes, it's the camel who is considered as the sheep of desert. What is the important features of this camel? Can you see? Yes, camel is known as the sheep of desert. Camel is known as the sheep of desert and it can survive without water for days. Camel can survive without water for any few days. Then they can stand in high hot. They had the ability to stand in high temperature, high hot temperature. They sweat very little. Their sweat glands is only a few. So they don't sweat very little. Sorry, they sweat very little. Okay. Then they can store water. They has the ability to store water in their own body. Okay. Then this camel is known as the sheep of the desert. Then it can drink a lot of water at one time. Camel can do without water for days together. The reason is they sweat very little. We sweat because we must keep our body temperature constant. We human beings sweat very fastly. What's the reason? Yes, because our body temperature is constant. And camels can stand highly body temperature. They don't need to sweat and can therefore retain the water they drink for long periods of time. So our body temperature is constant, but the body temperature of this camel is camels can stand in the, so this camel has the ability to stand in the hot temperature. They have the ability to stand in the hot temperature, so they don't sweat much. Their sweat gland is very lesser number. So they don't feel that hot too much. And also therefore they need only few water to survive. It's not like us human beings. The smaller desert animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the hot day and come out at night to eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from the plant juices. And there are also many small desert animals, right, who lives in burrows. So what they will do is they will still sit on that burrow and they will come out at the night time. And the climate of the desert is very hot at the daytime and in the night time the climate is very cool. Then all these animals come out at the night time and they will eat other animals, and those animals will get this content of water from the meat of other animals they eat, and the other animals will get their water content or moisture from the plants or seeds they usually eat. They will get plant juices from the trees or plants they eat. Then desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. Cactus plants store water in their thick stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. So, likewise, these small animals, likewise the plants in the desert also has the capacity to absorb water. They has the ability to absorb water in their stem. One of the main example is cactus plant. I know most of you had seen this cactus plant, right? Yes, cactus plants has a capacity to store water in their stem. And their stem is very large. And in desert only occasionally rainfall will be there. Then these cactus plants will absorb the water content and they will store this water content in their cactus plant's stem. And have you seen this aloe vera gel? Yes, likewise this, when we open that cactus plant we can see a kind of gel in that. It's like this aloe vera. Okay. Then Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. The major feature of all desert is, of course, dryness and variations of temperature. So, I hope the features of this cactus plant is clear for you. And one of the two main important feature of desert is, of course, dryness and variation of climate. That means the climatic change. I already told that at the daytime it's very hot and at the night time it's very cold. That is one of the two features. Dryness and variations in climate is the two important features of this desert. Then in humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. The absence of this blanket in desert lands causes the desert to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. So, the another point, the desert doesn't have that blanket. That means there is no grass, there is no greeneries, right? So, that's why the desert is very much hot and in the night time it's very cold. Then, the absence of that blanket makes that desert very hot. Then desert are an important part of nature's great plan. They are though like the dense forest and deep oceans just because they are hot and dry. One should not look upon them as useless parts of the earth. So, in the last paragraph, desert is considered as the wasteland, right? But it's not that true. Actually, desert is a beautiful place. Desert is also an important place like these huge oceans and dense forests. Likewise, desert has its own importance. Desert has sand, dunes and oases. It's very beautiful place and it's not a wasteland. So at the end of the lesson, we can understand we got many content, many facts about this desert, right? So finally we can see that desert is not a wasteland. It's a beautiful place to explore. Thank you.